All right. Let's make sure we're talking to the microphone this time, Jason. Unlike last time ago, 2 times ago. Zach's shaking his head with disapproving eyes. Welcome to Dysfunctional Adults, the comedy podcast in which we discuss weird news, pop culture, and being middle-aged dads. I am your host, Jason, and these are my co-hosts, John.
Hi.
And Zachariah.
The part of Zachariah will be played by Bill the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
You know, he's just an engineer, right?
Damn it.
He's not a scientist.
That bastard.
My whole childhood ruined.
Yep,
I'm
thanks.
so disillusioned.
We are bitter, cynical Gen Xers saddled with crippling debt and depressingly past our primes, but that's what makes this podcast so funny, so you can laugh at our pain.
I am definitely bitter and cynical.
I'm sorry.
It's your fault.
We were talking a little bit about dating before John got here, and Zach was telling me, John and I are married, but Zach is...
Not to each other.
Oh,
well,
damn it.
that's because you said no, but I got this romantic picnic. I had, candles and that sparkling apple cider. And there was a sunset, and I presented the ring, and John just laughed at me and walked away.
No, I took the
Was it
ring.
a cock ring?
I took
that
the
why you
ring.
took
I just
it?
pawned it, yeah. After trying it on
It was a
down
diamond
there.
cock ring. It had a carat diamond in it.
But by the way, it is funny that you mentioned that, because wait till you hear some of my stories. Not my stories. The show and tell stories.
I just got really red.
One of them is right on par with that. So
Perfect.
Well, anyway, we were talking about
hint.
singles, and I can't wait. We're talking about singles on the Facebook page, and
Yeah.
Zach was telling me there's a wide variety, a cornucopia of potential mates.
Oh, so many. So many to choose from.
how many of them are single for a good reason?
All of them, including myself.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. You're the diamond in the rough.
I'm the diamond cock ring in the They just don't know it yet.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you were telling me some funny things about some of the... Give us a snippet of what we're missing.
Well, I could always date one of those bad bitches that always posts the aggressive, I don't need no man, but coupled with, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Yeah, I'm a bad bitch, and yeah, you need to deal with it. I don't.
With the thirst trap picture, her
Yeah.
leaning forward.
Yeah, no clothes on, and the hair covering the nipples, and then upset about why all these men are paying attention to her, and sliding into her DMs and sending cock pics. What did you expect? But it's not just the women; the men suck.
Flipping through the man, just a bunch of dick pics, one after another.
Basically,
Well, this guy looks big. Let's go with him.
the whole it's a minefield. The whole thing is a minefield. For a minute there, I was just well, this whole dating a woman thing isn't working out. I'll go for the dudes. And then no, them neither. Because you've got the dudes with the 50-foot tall trucks who look like they smell like diesel fuel all the time.
You can almost smell them through the computer.
Yeah, exactly.
Just looking at their picture.
Yeah, and there's no punctuation to speak of. There's no grammar to speak of. I have a hard time reading half of what anybody writes on there. There's a reason these people are single.
You got the guy with the shutter shades and the diamond grill on his teeth.
Drinking a Monster energy drink.
He's like, hey, biznitch.
Yep.
How many mullets did you see?
At least 4. But that's out of 8,000. I haven't seen everybody's profile yet.
Right.
The mullet's coming back.
Is it?
It should.
You're welcome to start it.
The men they'll post it's Thursday selfie day, and so they'll post a selfie, and there's all these guys posting all these selfies and just waiting for you, and it even says in the post, see who has a crush on you, and there'll be one guy out of the 4,000 that post that gets a like.
It's from the other guys.
And it probably is hey, how's that dick, bro? And
dude, that's a nice truck in the background.
For real. And then the women post, and they immediately all have 800 likes and loves.
Yeah.
And, oh, hey, beautiful. Oh, wow. Oh, you're sexy. And it's just gross. The whole place, when you get into that page, it feels greasy. You feel gross.
Just want to take a shower after reading all their posts.
It's really bad.
I'm glad that's all.
You're glad you're not dating in your 40s?
Yeah.
I got lucky. But, and you will too. You don't belong on the Facebook page.
Oh, I belong there because if I don't see what it is that I don't want to be part of, then I'll be part of it by accident.
You can learn from their posts.
Yes.
Like, hey, this guy sounds like a douche. This guy's a tool. I'm doing the opposite of them,
Right.
and I should be okay.
Well, I gave Zach some advice. I think he should pose on the hood of a Mercury Cougar from the 60s, wearing only overalls and like having a straw in his mouth, you know?
You knew I drove a 68 Cougar.
I do, I know.
Oh, that's why you said that.
remember
Okay,
that,
I was
yeah.
just like, that was a random
I loved
car
your,
to
I
say.
loved your car. That was cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
But,
If you don't have that car anymore, go with an actual 68-year-old Cougar.
All right.
That's some dating
Just like
advice right
lay
now.
on top of
Or
her. What
the
are
cat.
you doing?
At that point, it doesn't really matter.
go to the zoo, break into the big cat enclosure.
It's just sitting
If
there
they
like,
live
whatever.
68 years, more power to them.
Yeah.
How long do big cats live?
I doubt 68 years.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably the same
68
as
years
house
old,
cats.
It probably can't bite you anymore.
They probably die in their 40s, much like we should have.
Oh,
What? Life is over.
House cats live
This
to
is
be
the
like
depression
20.
episode.
I assume big cats have the same lifespan as like a house cat.
Yeah, probably.
That's an assumption based on absolutely nothing, though. So
science!
Well, you're no
I
different
pulled
than those
that
people
fact-
talking about vaccinations.
exactly, I pulled the fact out of my ass, just like everyone else seems to do these days about every single subject.
You
Yep.
know, including the CDC. Oh, we're going to get banned.
Oh, there it goes. It's over.
I'm just teasing.
I enjoyed the
Kind of.
podcast while it was lasting.
You can edit that part out.
I don't really care either way,
You
honestly.
should get vaccinated, though. That is
Me?
for real. Anyone.
Oh, I was like, just you're looking at me, and I was like,
I mean,
why me?
If you need a quick vax, down I think on 8 South, there's a bunch of tents there.
They're injecting each other.
I see them vaccinating each other all the time in between their toes.
Yep.
They're thorough. They do it all over the body in places you can't even see. They're doing it every day, multiple times a day. They're like
Not want to
super
get
safe.
sick. Yeah.
I drive up. I'm like, hey, I
They-
need to get the second one. I pull out my card.
They're taking this COVID thing very seriously. They're making damn sure that vaccine is going to take.
And you get on Facebook, you're like, anybody else feel amazing after my second shot?
All these
24 hours
people
later,
keep saying
I'm
it's making them
sweating
sick.
and I itch everywhere.
Seeing
Is that
things that I'm not sure they're really there.
Is this supposed to be the COVID shot reaction?
My wife's leaving me. I'm
broke.
I keep getting the shot, but nothing seems to help.
I've lost most of my teeth.
Except another shot. And then I just get it to maintain.
Yeah. Aw.
That's sad.
That really is sad.
Should we give out the number for the drug helpline now?
Probably. After what you did.
1-800, don't stick it in there.
Yep. That could be a different...
That's a couple different numbers.
Yeah. Well, that's a strong start.
Yeah, that's a good start. So what have you jokers been up to this week? You went camping again.
I did, yeah.
Camper file.
Hey, camping, there's been a lot of camping innovation since you were a kid. Okay, well,
Is it still outside?
it is. Okay,
I want
well,
no part of it.
one specific thing that's better about camping now than when we were kids. Do you remember when the tents and the sleeping bags, they used to be like vacuum sealed in the bag, so once you took them out and used them, you could never fold them up and get them back in the bag again? Like 10 years ago, someone had this brilliant idea. Why don't we just start selling these with bigger bags? I don't know why it took them decades to figure this out, but now all tents and sleeping bags come in bags you can actually get them back into. You no longer have to be like an engineer to fold it just right to fit it back in these bags.
That's good news.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm still, and I know this, but I'm still traumatized. Like, I still dread going camping sometimes because of that.
Yeah.
But then I get out there and I'm like, oh, wait, it's different now. Yep, okay, we're
I remember
okay.
that from
I
like
can breathe.
scout camp. You'd have to get one of your buddies to pin it down,
Yeah.
kneel on the edge, fold it just right, like origami or something, fit it back in the bag.
My uncle,
awesome.
who was 8 years older than me, I think he was messing with me one time. And this is gonna sound really bad, but it's not. It's not one of those special victim units stories. I promise. We were camping and it was cold, and he told me that if inside my sleeping bag I would strip down to my underwear, I'd be warmer. He's a son of a bitch because it was really cold after that.
That's only if you're with someone you got the body
Yeah,
heat
but I was
thing
just by
going.
myself in my sleeping bag.
Yeah,
Like, you jerk.
Yeah, it wasn't
work that way.
a scout trip, right?
No. So my uncle did touch my butt once when he was coaching my flag football game,
Uh-huh.
and I So back it up. When I was 8, that's when I started to get fat. Okay, chubby little 8-year-old Jason is cute, but So I think my mom got worried because she all of a sudden enrolled me in flag football, and I'd never done anything like that before. And she knew I didn't have sports as an interest, but she's like, "Yeah, this will be fun," I'm like, okay. Now looking back on it, Mom was worried I was getting tubby. Anyway, my uncle coached the team, and he was like a football player at East. He was like 17 at the time, 16, 17. So anyway, I guess in sports culture, it's okay to slap someone on the butt when they do well.
Yep.
I didn't know what that meant. And so when he did that to me, it like freaked me out. Because my mom always watched true crime. So Uncle touched me.
Yeah, it meant a whole different thing for you.
Yeah, so...
Squirrel tapping other guys is okay as well.
Oh,
I don't know what that means.
Think about it.
Ow!
Flicking them right on the
No, that's not
head.
okay.
No, it's not.
But no, that's...
I mean, it's physical touch. I'd take it.
At this point, you'll take whatever you can get. So, when we were camping, though, I did have another, no doubt, yep, that's my boy confirmation moment. The kids were running out around the camp. They had these walkie-talkies. They're hiding behind stuff, talking to each other on the walkie-talkies. And my oldest, he puts it up to his mouth, pushes the button, and just yells, "Penis!" He may as well have shown me a paternity test with my name on it right there. He could not have proven he was my son any more emphatically than that if he had tried.
When we were teenagers, didn't we just randomly yell that at each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean, we weren't 9, though. We were a little older than that.
19.
40 doesn't really rhyme with 19.
We still pretty much do that stuff, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was one of those, yep, that's my boy.
Yeah,
My
that's
boy
perfect.
moments. Other than that, it wasn't a terribly eventful moment, or trip, I mean, so.
Where did you go?
Payson Lakes.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, one more
Like
thing.
you know where that is.
I don't.
Payson, I assume.
Payson, right, yeah.
Like you know where that is. That's outside, too.
Oh, yeah, well. I do have Google Maps, Zach.
Okay, well.
So, one more thing.
I can watch you from the sky.
And he does.
Good.
One more thing related to our camping trips. What do you guys think about public nudity?
I love it.
It depends on the person. There's a certain weight limit.
Yeah. Because when we go to these, we usually go camping at lakes, and we always, go swimming with the kids, and they usually have like a changing area right by the lake. But my wife, I jokingly call her an exhibitionist because she will choose to get dressed and undressed in the car or open the car door, hiding behind the car door in the parking lot, or while I'm standing there holding a towel.
Yeah.
And I ask her, like, why don't you just go in the changing room? It's literally like 10 feet away. She's like, no, they're gross.
They are kind of
And to her credit, they are pretty damn gross. But she's like, what's the big deal if someone happens to see me? Are you shy? Like, is it really that big of a deal? I said, okay, well, there's a difference between men and women. I'm not saying, oh, it's so hard to be a man, because we have plenty of privileges for sure. I mean, sticking with the camping theme, peeing in the woods.
Yep.
Peeing in the woods is definitely a privilege of being a man. But one thing where we're not given the benefit of the doubt is public nudity, inadvertent or not.
Yeah.
If someone happens to walk by and see her changing, they'll probably stop and look. If someone happens to walk by and sees me changing in a parking lot, they call the police.
That's fair.
A woman accidentally flashing in public is a Girls Gone Wild video that people will pay to see. A middle-aged man accidentally flashing in public is a sex crime that gets us on the registry.
Yeah.
So yes,
True.
whether those changing rooms are nasty or not, I will use them every damn time, and it has nothing to do with me being shy or a prude.
That explains why the Dairy Queen got shut down. Single-handedly, by the way, by me. Single-handedly being the operative.
Yeah.
Nothing gets Zach going like
Yeah.
a lizard.
Oh, gosh.
But that's something I had to explain to my wife, because she's an attractive young woman. I'm a middle-aged man.
It's two different things.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think you're spot on. Did she squirrel tap you after that?
She did not.
That's funny. You guys remember Deseret Gym
Oh,
downtown
yes.
Salt Lake?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I remember being there as a teenager, and I don't get it because I'm older now, and I don't feel the need to strut around nude. But those dudes, those old dudes, maybe they were 60, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Judging by their wrinkled genitals, they were probably at least 60 or,
It's nobody else wants to see it, so it's like they're like, well, you're gonna see it.
I mean, literally walking down the aisle of lockers with a towel that they're supposed to be wearing around their loins over their shoulders.
Over their shoulders, yeah. Or like when they're in the sauna, you can't have a towel over your lap, or even if you don't, you can't close the legs a little bit. You have to be as far open as they'll go. You will see me, damn it. You can't look away if you try.
I'm beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, that was lots of good fun. I remember having to wash my eyes out with bleach every time we came home. So
Must wash eyes.
there was a guy who followed you around, right?
I remember that, yep.
I guess you don't want to get into that here, but
Well, that's not funny.
it's funny to me.
Maybe to you guys.
It wouldn't have been funny if you were facing it up on a milk carton or something. But
I would have still laughed at that.
Have you seen me?
Look what John did. Not realizing he's actually in danger. And
Yeah, I think I stopped going by myself after
probably,
that
probably
incident.
a wise
They tore it
choice.
down soon after that anyways.
Now the conference center's there, but
One thing I remember about that place that's not sex related. They used to be real sticklers about ID because there was like a discounted price for youth, which they counted as like 15 and under. If you're 16 and above, you had to pay the adult price. So I went in there when I was like 14 or 15. They're like, do you have ID? No, I'm 15. I don't have an ID. And they'd argue with you about it.
yeah.
It's like, well, you got to prove that you're under 16. I can't.
that's why I don't have ID.
Exactly. If
That was
I had
your
it,
fault for having a full beard at 14, by the way.
well, if I pulled out an ID, it would have to be a fake one because you don't get an ID if you're under 16.
Right.
Anyone who has an ID showing that they're 13 or 14 or 15, they're lying. That's a fake ID.
Yeah.
It says you're 21, Mr. Brian McGee.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Here, try this one
Try
instead.
this one.
Oh, it's funny. Last night I took my youngest, who's 11, to get glasses because I showed up at his mom's house and his glasses was missing like one of the ear things. He's just wearing it, kind of masquerade style,
Yeah.
And like, I think we need to get you some new glasses. So we went, and they have this discount for anybody under 13. They give like a free scratch-resistant coating, And I look at the kid on the poster, and he looks like tiny, under 13, And I look over at my son, and he's almost as tall as I am. His hands are as big as mine. Excuse me. He's a big kid, and I'm like, there's no way they're gonna believe me.
Yeah. You can't pull that one off.
And he has a full beard too. So
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Do you have any other camping stories besides public nudity and your children yelling out penises?
Isn't public nudity and yelling out penis enough?
Yeah, it is. It really is.
No, I don't really have anything else. It was a normal weekend other than that. And that was our last camping trip of the year, so I won't have any more camping stories for a while.
Gosh, you can just go back to TV. Be a normal person.
Well, you're going biking soon, right?
In Moab. Actually, yeah, I will be camping in Moab
Oh,
next
nice.
month, but that's just me. It's not my family, so
Just by himself.
maybe I'll have some stories for
Sweet.
that. Doing a Century Tour bike ride in
Oh,
Moab,
right on.
so that will be fun.
Cool. John's the active member of this triad. Did you do anything fun this weekend, Zach?
I don't remember.
Must have been fun.
I might
Must
have
have
to
been really fun then if you don't even remember.
I'm still a little discombobulated. I don't know. It's just, living with depression is a very actually a funny way to live.
Depression's hilarious, man.
It really is because I was standing at the desk at my outpatient, the place I go for therapy anyway. I went to a therapy appointment today, and I'm standing at the desk, and the receptionist like, wow, something really smells good. Is that you? And I was like, absolutely not. The last time I showered was a week ago, so whatever you're smelling, it's not me. And I think that's funny, but other people are like, oh, and I think it's it can be a good time.
They start like tossing you change and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. No, see, I don't know what I did this last weekend. I can't remember. I watched Watchmen,
I've never
On
seen
HBO?
That. I have never seen that.
the movie or the
The
show.
original one, the old one.
Either. I haven't seen either.
Oh, they're all good.
Are they?
Yeah, both of them are good. So yeah, I watched the show though.
Is that Zack Snyder too?
I have no idea.
I know the movie is.
Is that the one
is
with the anatomically correct naked blue guy?
Yeah.
Yes, and his name is John with no H.
Hey. I just have to paint myself blue, and there you go.
Hey, Fan X is coming up.
It's like Blue Man Group, but the adult version.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Gross.
why is he naked? Is there a specific reason why he has to be? I have not seen it.
He basically
made of
is
energy.
such an omniscient and omnipotent being that that's not a concern of his. It's
the concern of everyone who has to be around him.
I mean, he'd get a squirrel tap from me. If not, a just full on handy.
And they would turn you to dust.
Yeah. Well, my handy skills are pretty good. But I watched that and it was really good. Trying to think, I watched something else too, and Doom Patrol, and that was really good.
Has that got what's his name in it?
Yeah, what's his name? Brendan Fraser.
The internet's new boyfriend.
Yep.
Yeah. Is he
Yeah.
the robot?
Yeah, and his voice acting is the same as his acting.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on him for anybody that's like, hey, it's Brendan Fraser, but I like him, but he's not like the greatest actor, and neither is Keanu Reeves. I like him too.
Yeah.
Right.
They're just not.
They're just nice guys, I guess. Is that
Yeah.
what everybody says?
Yeah, basically, they're just awesome guys. Brendan Fraser's one of his claims to fame is that he wouldn't bend to Hollywood's, bullshit, basically, and he refused to do that, and because of that, he got blacklisted, which is bullshit. Good for him for standing up for himself. But that's kind of what's going on with that. But it doesn't make his acting all that great,
I loved him in Encino Man.
Yeah,
That's still one of my favorite movies.
that was a good one.
Whatever happened to Pauly Shore? Is he
He's
on the milk
still
carton
doing-
box?
he's
He
still
does
doing
comedy.
comedy.
He's
Yeah.
come to Wise Guys before.
Has he really?
Yeah.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
He kind of got a leg up in life because his mother owned the Comedy Store, I think it was. She owns a comedy place,
Yeah.
and he's not that funny.
No, he's not. He's one of those like 15-minute things,
He's very early 90s.
Yeah,
I can't imagine his act going over well anytime,
Right.
any other
Well,
time
he was just like
period.
on MTV, right? For a little bit.
I think so.
And then that
He
was,
just did like 4 or 5 movies within a couple years, then we like never heard from him again.
Yeah, his newer comedy, it was okay. I enjoyed some of it. He talks about what it was like to. He did a documentary about his life, and I watched it, and I remember being meh about it.
Yeah.
It was it was interesting, but nothing I'd watch again.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm having like allergies. That's why I'm.
You can just leave.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're allergy phobic or whatever.
I'm racist against
Racist against
people with allergies.
It was weird today. The rain stirred everything up for me, and it smells like smoke outside.
Oh, I know.
So-
All that rain and the smoke is like worse today than it was.
That's what Megan said. She's like, "Didn't it just rain? Do you smell smoke?"
Shouldn't rain wash away the smoke? Is that how things work?
I was hoping some of it.
For my knowledge of like Pokemon, doesn't water beat fire?
Right. Yeah.
Well, I had fun on Saturday. My wife Megan's sister got married,
Oh, yeah.
and it's an all-day affair with her family. Like, we legit got up at 7, and she got all gussied up, and then we went down to the family's house and helped set up and everything, and we didn't get home till like 10:30. I
Wow.
was so tired, but we had to set up, and it was fun. But I danced for the first time in a long time.
Like
Yeah.
slow dance, or are you doing the worm on the ground?
I wanted to do the worm, but I'm not built right for the worm. I go down and I don't get back up.
Did you do the blob?
paramedics. I just did the
Just be old school, but do like the Charleston or something. And
I just started rolling around on the dance floor. It kind of ruined the reception when the paramedics showed up,
Yeah.
But
what kind of dance did you do?
I just moved around and be silly because it was my wife came and got me because I was sitting down like a man, and she came
Right.
and got me, pulled me on the dance floor. So that was kind of fun.
Put on your hammer pants, and
I wish I'd had my hammer pants. I don't have hammer pants, but I need them.
they
That
look
would
comfortable.
be amazing. They are comfortable. I remember I used to have a pair.
Trip over them or something. Is what anyway, it was like a all day thing, and was kind of fun, but at the end of the day, we were so tired. We didn't get up till like 1 o'clock the next day. Totally missed church. Just kind of slept through. But yeah, it was a all day thing. So,
I joke with you about getting out on the dance floor, but I do the old man back move. That's my dance move.
I think I just like did this, and that was it. And the song was over.
Just
Probably
pretend to pull a
because
muscle.
of my dance. Yeah.
Yeah. The end
Fake a heart attack.
Walk out there, pulled my hammy. I'm sorry. The thing is, at our age, that's like
That's a
50-50
legit
to be true.
possibility.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I was hurting the next day. Not
Yeah.
from dancing, but from like moving things. And
Yeah.
I'd like bring the gifts back to their house. And
Did you find some for yourself?
I always take a little something for Jason. But my wife's parents' house is built on top of a hill with gigantic steps that you have to like. They're not steps you can just step up. You have to like lunge forward to climb up. And their driveway like descends into the bowels of hell. So it's just like walking uphill, switch back, go uphill again. And
Fun.
I just was out. I was like out of breath and sweating by the time I finished bringing all the presents in. And Megan's foot's hurt, so she can't do it. And so it was just all me basically. So it was good fun.
Yeah, I don't blame you for taking something.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got
Like the
myself
good
me
stuff.
anything?
I
Yeah.
got a KitchenAid now.
I was wondering why you had like 6 microwaves in there and 4 blenders and
A packet of cash.
And I'm not selling them. I'm going to keep them and use them,
those ones with the lacy packages from Blue Boutique. You might want to hang on to those
I'm
ones.
hanging on to those. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it came in and he was wearing one of them on his head.
It's hot in here. You know?
Yeah.
Something called KY jelly. It doesn't taste nearly as good on the sandwich as you'd think.
Oh,
No.
Okay, so the night before the wedding, we went to Walmart, and Megan wanted to get some KY jelly for her sister because she's a good sister and she wanted to, help. They got the cheap stuff behind glass locked up. The $3 stuff. That's
For
Because
real?
that's what people are going to
the
steal,
Equate
right?
KY jelly. And so
It's actual like Smucker's jelly. It's grape
I
flavored.
can't imagine this is a high theft item that's going to break Walmart.
Right.
For the record, she was going to buy the expensive stuff, which was only like $4. So
Right.
anyway, I got to walk up to this guy from like Africa, like legit doesn't speak English, and I'm like, hey, I need to get in. And Megan made me do it. I had to do it. So I go up like, I need to get into that case. He's like, okay, just wait over there and I'll get somebody. 15 minutes of me standing in front of all the embarrassing items.
Sure.
Like vibrators. There was something for something tush wipe for anal play was in there.
Ooh, I didn't know
like
they
it?
carried those.
Announce over the speaker. The overweight gentleman needs some help in the adult section.
No, I stood there for 15 minutes with like women and girls walking by me.
Just wave hi.
Yeah,
Hey.
okay, I just need some of that. And
Shield their eyes and like run away.
no one came. And so
Nice.
we left, and that dude who didn't move from the spot when he said he was going to, quote, go get somebody.
He just turns his back and keeps doing what he's doing.
Seriously, that's exactly what happened. So he
It's like,
sees
I
me,
can see that you're not doing anything.
he sees me walk. Oh, I also pressed the button for help,
Oh.
and no one came. But anyway, he sees me walking away. He's like, oh, did they never come? I'm like, yeah, they never came. And now I'm not going to. Because I can't get my freak on. Because no one can open up the freaking case that holds the jelly.
My alarm's about to go off in 6 minutes.
I wish I would have said that. It wasn't for me, but it would have been funny. So, on that note, why don't we take a quick break for some well-placed advertisements?
Listen to John's sensual voice.
Be back in a second. And welcome back to Dysfunctional Adults.
Jason
Hi.
Kane.
I'm Jason,
I'm Zach.
And I am John.
and we are here to bring you sensual entertainment. Today's topic: how to please a woman.
Oh, no.
We don't know anything about that, Jason. Come on.
I've got the internet.
There was a meme that I put on that singles page that I hate so much because it was funny and it had it said how to get a man off, and there was a woman with a shake weight in her hand, and then on the bottom picture it said how to get a woman off, and it was one of those bop it things with all the different little. You remember the bop it toy?
Yeah.
You bop it,
Yeah,
pull
yeah.
it, twist it, and it had that, and I
It's
thought
way
it was
more
funny.
complicated, yeah.
And so, but I thought I'd make it funnier, so I posted it on that page and said the advantages of having ADHD. So I posted it with the words without the picture because I have ADHD. And immediately had to go in and add the picture and then put in there that I also had just done what I'd done. But I'm not going to lie, like, that ADHD helps with those skills. It really does. Multitasking.
You kill it, Simon.
Yes. That hyper focus that you get. Yep. It's
You see
amazing.
all the ladies fanning themselves
Yeah.
while you win the Simon
They're all
competition.
pulling up fainting couches. Yep.
I bet he's good in the bedroom.
But if he can't handle me my worst, he won't get me at my best.
If he gets one more triple blue, green, red, yellow, blue, he's mine. Oh, baby.
Why do all the women that want me have accents?
I don't know. It's just Southern accents, I think.
I hope he has a 50-foot tall truck.
You need a fireman's ladder to get up on that truck. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm slipping into like all kinds of accents.
Where's your Scottish German? That's my favorite.
Can't do it on demand. Sorry.
That's the second thing I found out you can't do on demand.
You need a little blue pill and about
And
20,
some KY
20
jelly.
White
minutes.
jelly you never got.
Don't get it at Walmart. I don't know. It's funny. I can see putting some of that stuff behind the glass, but
Yeah.
equate, really?
Yeah. The diamond cock ring, I understand.
Well, yeah, that's a Jared.
Well, that's valuable, yeah.
Jared.
Jared has a back room.
The adult section at Jared.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Here's
So-
some pearl Prince Alberts and some ruby nipple rings you can get. Next time you go to Jared, the jewelry store, ask that.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, where's your adult section? I got a piercing I want to replace out with something a little more high end. I mean, nothing says classy like a ruby cock ring, you know?
Right. Tell them that, yep.
Oh, man.
I got a Jacob's ladder on my dong, and I want to get some. I want to get platinum, then titanium, then tungsten. If you know what I'm saying.
Tungsten? Do you have rose gold?
Yeah.
It really matches my eyes. Oh, man. I saw on TikTok a demonstration for how to pierce a certain part of a woman's anatomy on a plastic thing, not a real person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
I was like, that should have been taken down.
Right, and I wouldn't watch that. But even watching the plastic model, I cringed, shuddered, and I'm like,
Ouch. Yeah.
why? Yeah. Anyway, I think I shifted too far to that side of things. I'm sorry. But anyway, so I've got something to tell you that's humiliating, and I'm telling the world, even though we have just a few listeners.
Right.
This is my wife got me, okay, and I'll tell you what she did. So before we go to bed, we have this little ritual where we just kind of sit in bed and trade TikToks. It's fun, you know.
Yeah.
And we watch some funny things, and she saw one, and she's like, "Okay, I gotta try this." She got up, and she sold me on this idea by telling me it was something sexy, okay? And I trusted her. And I should have.
For the last time, you trusted
She's
her.
like, lay on your back. And I'm all right.
Oh, I've heard this story.
Yeah, you have. She's like, stick your legs up. I'm like, okay. And so she grabs my ankles, and she starts pumping my legs. And I involuntarily pass gas. And she starts laughing her head off.
It's a trick you use on babies, right?
Yes.
It apparently
adult
works
babies.
on adults as well.
She saw it on a baby, and she wanted to try it on me. And I was just humiliated, and she was laughing her head off. And yeah, it was pretty funny.
That's
So
fantastic.
score one for the wife, because I'm an idiot.
That's pretty funny. But hey, when they trick you saying it's gonna be sexy, then that's
All your guards go down.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, we're doing this. You know, and then. So,
well, at least you didn't shit your pants. I mean, that could have been worse for you.
glad I didn't. So
I was close though, because when you told me you had an embarrassing story, I was like, "Tell me you shit your
were
pants."
Close. You were
I was
very close. Yeah. Fortunately, I've actually never had that happen. So
I have.
I'm not saying I'm just lucky. You know,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, as an adult, I shit my pants once. It was
sorry.
fantastic. I was hiking and I was with,
That's like the
I was
worst
with
time.
my now ex-girlfriend, and we're hiking, and I told her, because I was
Sounds like a Pepto
just
Bismol
suddenly
commercial.
had to go out of nowhere, and
I'd
I
find
felt
a
it
bush.
happen, and I was like, oh. Well, shit, literally. And I turned to my girlfriend and was like, I just shit my pants. We've got to go back. And she didn't believe me.
You had to show her.
No, well, I wanted to, because even after we left hiking, drove all the way to a gas station that would let me use their bathroom because, you know, they're always closed, which is bullshit. But I went in, took care of business, got back in the car. She didn't believe me. I don't know what she thought I was doing.
I no longer have underwear. I left it in their garbage can.
I'm wearing paper towels in between my butt cheeks.
The toilet seat cover, I weaved it around my legs. That's what I'm wearing.
Can't you hear it crinkling while I move? Yeah, she didn't believe me, but yeah,
sad.
to this day.
She's like, if you didn't want to go hiking, you should have just said so.
That's really, I think, what happened. I really think she thought that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's so hilarious.
I don't have a story like that. I do have a Commando at work story.
Oh.
Nice.
And then I also have a...
This should be the public nudity episode.
Oh, it is.
We've already talked about it. a few
Wait till my show and tell.
Oh, great.
Oh, you want me to tell these stories?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you
And
got
then I
one.
also have a hot pepper touching an inappropriate place story.
Been there. Yep, I hear you.
Okay, the
You guys are kinky.
the Commando story, it's probably like 15 years ago. I was late for work. I was looking through my clothes. I didn't have any clean underwear, but I was already really late, so I just went Commando to work. And so, of course, that day at lunchtime, all the guys I work with wanted to play basketball.
Willie tickles the twine for the two.
There's certain things you can do when you're Commando. I mean, I can sit at my desk and work. I can help them load trailers. You cannot play basketball Commando. There needs to be some support. There is too much jumping and jostling, and so I didn't want to tell them the truth. So I just like, oh, no, I don't feel like playing today. Like, oh, come on, man, we have an odd number of people. We need you. Come on, come play. So I just kept making excuses. And no, I can't. I should have just said, like, oh, my knee hurts or something. But they kept bugging me about it. And so I finally told them the truth. And the whole rest of the day, they sang that Tom Petty song, Free Falling. But they changed it to Free Ballin'. Yeah, I'm free ballin'. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So if I ever go Commando again, I am making up a better excuse and not being honest about that.
Yeah.
The hot pepper story also happened at work. There was this this Hispanic girl that I was friends with. She brought in some, I don't know if they were ghost peppers or some kind of habanero, but she was, she's Mexican descent. She says her family loves the spicy as hell stuff, that she can handle it because she grew up on it. She was like daring us gringos to try it out. And I like hot stuff. I like Mexican food. I like Indian food. I can usually, for a white guy, I can usually deal with a little bit of spice. So
Sure.
I tried one of these peppers and my face emptied out immediately. My eyes and my nose just started running. I had to go, and she was laughing at me the whole time. I went and scrub my hands up as well as I could because you get that juice and any little cut, it's gonna burn like hell.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought I had scrubbed my hands well enough, and after that, I had to pee. Apparently, I missed a spot on my hands because it must have touched a certain opening. It felt like I was pissing fire. It hurt so bad, and for a minute, I didn't know what was going on. It's like, do I have a UTI or something? I gotta go to the doctor for this immediately. That was one of the most painful things I can think of.
Where would I have gotten the UTI,
And then,
right?
Yeah. And then I just realized, I must have had some of that pepper juice on my fingers, and
Yeah.
yeah. So
Wow.
I've been there.
it didn't. Luckily, the pain didn't last long. It went away after a very intense minute when I realized what had happened, and
You just hear this yelp from the men's bathroom.
I scrubbed my hands again really well and went in the stall to scrub some other stuff up. And
The
rest of the day was fine.
Anything to mess with
did-
when it comes to your wang.
not have to go to the doctor, but for a minute, wow, it was like shooting fireballs. That hurt so bad.
Immaculate STD.
I did not.
Gonorrhea.
I did not tell my female friend about that.
I'm sure.
Watching my
Yeah.
face empty out while she was laughing at me, that was bad enough.
Yeah. Oh man. Did you see it? Because I know you're not on Facebook. Did you see it when I posted the video of me dying from eating the one chip from the one chip challenge?
I don't think I saw that. No.
Good, because it was really embarrassing. But I went through something similar. They have the hottest chip in the world, the
Yeah,
hockey
yeah.
chip. And I had handled one at work because my boss had actually bought them first. And one of our coworkers, she was like, I'm a badass. And she just grabs it and eats the whole thing. And then she ended up throwing up and everything else. It was awful for her. I felt bad for her, but man, for a little bit, I mean, and she's a ginger like me. So when we turn red, we turn really red. And she was just like suddenly red and dying. And anyway, I handled the box after she had eaten the chip because I was throwing it away and I ended up having the same issue. So I feel for you, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, eating that chip was no joke. And I thankfully have deleted that Facebook profile since. So it's gone.
Oh, that's insane. My boys really like. I guess there's a rating scale for how hot peppers are.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Scoville
Yeah,
units.
they were telling me they like
Scoville
to watch
units.
YouTube videos of people eating hot stuff too. So, that's funny.
Yeah.
I hate spicy food, although I am half Mexican, and so
We know which half.
I have never attempted any kind of spicy challenge. So Heinz ketchup is too spicy for me.
Yeah.
So no joke. But
Maybe that half of you that's white is Canadian because my dad's wife is the same way. Ketchup. I've always made that joke that ketchup's too spicy for
Ketchup
her.
has like no spice at all.
Right.
I mean,
Heinz has got some pepper in it.
uh,
Vinegar or something.
or vinegar. Ow!
vinegar, no.
That's vinegary.
You guys suck. Woo, doggy. No, let's cut that part out. I don't.
At least you'll never have a story like the one I just told. So
This sugar is spicy. Sorry. Just making fun of you
No, it's
because
funny.
it's easy.
Sorry.
Oh, man. Actually, I think I'm just getting delirious from the heat.
Actually, I got a little lightheaded there when I was laughing.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal was. Maybe it was
There's a gas leak.
that was their best show ever. May they rest in peace.
That'd be the way to go out,
Yeah.
man. I'd be okay with that.
To heaven, and Jesus is like, "Oh, you're coming in? Well, let me play something for you." I'll show myself out.
But hey, at least the devil will think you're funny.
Yeah. That's funny. So if you guys are ready, we can do show and tell.
sure.
Should we take? Oh, it's not time for a break yet.
Well, I was gonna do a second break, but I've been noticing that for some reson it doesn't like second breaks.
Oh, it's still not? Okay.
Yeah, so we'll just if you're okay, we'll just kind of sally forth.
Yeah, works for me.
But it sounds like you're super prepped.
Yeah, I can go first if you want. I have a bunch of them. They're
I
all.
was gonna volunteer to go first, but if you want.
Oh, you
to.
said you're super prepped. I thought
So
you were.
you were super prepped. I am not.
Oh.
So what I have to present will probably be quick. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can go first. It's fine.
I think you guys should just do a little fisticuffs.
Well, do you want to go first?
I don't want to go
Okay,
first.
I will go first.
All right.
I'm cutting all of that. And I'm disgusted by your behavior.
I'm sorry.
It's so hot.
I know. So this is from Ula.
Ooh.
Sounds credible.
This article's by Isabel Nelson. It's from October 16th, 2017. But we have not had the chance to go grocery shopping for 3 weeks. So we've been living off of fast food. I have probably gained like 10 pounds.
Oh, man.
I hate
That's
that.
rough. Yeah.
It is rough. And you know what? I used to think I'd never get tired of fast food, but I am tired of fast
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
But it got me thinking. I've had a lot of experiences with some fast food restaurants around here, and lately the service has been getting really crappy. I think there's something to do with a hiring shortage or something. But anyway, I looked up some funny worst experiences at a fast food restaurant.
Oh, sweet.
So I'm going to kind of cherry pick some of these. Let's see. A lot of them are from McDonald's. I actually like McDonald's, but only a couple things on their menu. I like the quarter pounder with cheese, and the McRib.
I've never had one. Is it really that
It's
good?
a flat hot dog, basically, but it's good. I like it. It's got pickles and onions. Excuse me. So this one is. This guy says, I was at McDonald's once and went straight to the restroom after ordering. I hear some guy sitting on the toilet grunting away and giving it his all. When he gets out, it turns out to be a fry cook with his gloves still on.
Oh, no.
I expect him to head straight to the sink and wash his hands. Nope. Right back to work he goes. When Applebee's, I guess it's not really fast food, but when Applebee's put a scoop of mac and cheese in my ice cream sundae, apparently they dropped the ice cream scooper as they were making the sundae, so they just picked up some random spoon without paying any attention. It just so happens that it was the one loaded with mac and cheese. Don't get me wrong, when I took that bite, I swear I almost died. It was not pleasant.
Aw.
Let's see.
I would have thought for sure that would have been delicious.
This story is especially horrifying if you don't like spiders. You've been warned. A few years ago, I got a Route 44 Coke at Sonic. After finishing the drink, I pulled off the lid to chew on the ice. That's when I discovered a pretty good-sized wolf spider that had drowned and was now sitting on top of the ice. I'm guessing it was hiding in the empty cup and accidentally went on a crazy and fateful ride. I wasn't too happy with the situation either.
Gross.
Let's see. Lee buns.
Mine are getting moldy.
Lack of action.
Yep.
I drove up to the speaker at McDonald's in Cincinnati and watched a rat the size of a cat scurry around the side of the building. I promptly left the scene. This is awesome. When I was a kid, I bit into a McDonald's hamburger and got a mouthful of wood. It broke apart but was in the patty. It splintered, but at least the splinters weren't sharp. My mom took it up to the counter. The manager apologized, replaced the hamburger, and threw in a free apple pie, none of which I would eat.
Don't blame him.
They're probably full of wood, too.
Another McDonald's story. My fiance recently asked for a milkshake at McDonald's. The girl started to say the machine was broken, then turned to a coworker and asked if he felt like making a milkshake. He said, sure, so she rung it up.
They always say that. I don't know if you
When they don't want to do it.
Yeah. Machine's broken. Yeah.
John, did you ever do that at Wendy's?
No, I think I was mostly a good employee.
Exemplary employee.
I mean, I mentioned before that we'd play pranks over the order box
Oh, yeah,
sometimes. We'd
that's
cover
right.
our mouths to talk or change our accent like every other sentence.
Right.
That's about the extent of what we did, though.
We used to smoke pot in the freezer. In the walk-in. Turns out, when you blow the smoke into a walk-in freezer like that, you can't smell it.
Oh, there you go. Way to cover it up.
Interesting to know.
Yeah. Just
Where was this at?
Arby's.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
one-
you worked at
yeah.
Arby's. Yeah.
For like 3 months. Yeah.
They remodeled that Arby's, I think.
Did they? Oh, yeah, after that guy crashed into it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true story. Some escaped felon from the courtroom who killed a cop went on a high-speed chase and crashed in the Arby's that Zach worked at. Not while he was there.
Unfortunately, because I would have served him food. Not really.
All right, last one. So after my 3-week-long trip in the United States, I was ready to get home. I checked into JFK Terminal 5, ate a heated-up pizza slice from one of the Italian food vendors at the food court. Then it began. I felt strange and congested. I drank a lot of water and boarded my flight back home and took off. A few minutes after the seatbelt sign went off, my stomach started feeling really weird, and I darted to the restroom. Oh my God, the horror. I was going to the bathroom and vomiting at the same time. I had to basically sit on the airplane toilet while puking in the sink at the same time. Mind you, this was the summer of the Ebola crisis, and I was stupid enough to tell the crew that I didn't feel so well and got food poisoning. Luckily, there weren't people in pressure suits when I got home. This went on for a week, each 6 hours with horrific throat burns. The only good thing I got out of it was some free chips and Coke on the flight and an extra week of vacation.
I hated that, the going to the
Having
bathroom at the
Ebola?
same time. That too. It was awful.
But yeah, like I remember as a kid, like when you have diarrhea, you're sitting on the can, but you have to hold the bucket to
Yep.
throw up in at the same time. It's like you're exploding from like all
Just
sides.
throw up in the tub.
Just sit in the tub and do both of them in the tub.
No, my God.
Just wash them all down. They pretty much look the same at that
Just
point
leave
anyway.
the shower on.
Yeah. Lay down and just let everything come out.
Just let it go.
That's the
Then
worst.
hose yourself down afterwards.
And you're all pale and you lose. You know, the flu's great for losing weight, though.
Oh yeah.
The stomach flu, not the pneumonia flu.
Yeah, I heard real food poisoning is good for that too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I've been eating enough food. Where's the poisoning? I am not wanting that.
Yeah, don't put that out into the universe. You're playing with fire.
I'm staying away from McDonald's tonight. All right, that's all I got. So there you go.
Cool.
All right.
Cool. Me? You?
Sure. Either way.
All right. Well, I can go, I guess. Yeah, I did bring up public nudity earlier, so I did kind of stick with that.
Continuing that theme.
I did kind of stick with that. Most of these articles are something nudity related.
Yay!
All of these are from HuffPost from their Not Safe for Work section.
Sweet.
Oh,
Let's see. I'll just like sum up a lot. I have like 9 of them, so I'm just gonna make them quick. Leeds University student Nathan Bell and a pal, Saber De Silvia, had a bet riding on a video game. When Bell lost, he paid up by having his scrotum stapled. There's a video of that.
Oh, good. How was the video?
That's it just you hear them talking, doesn't actually show it. Or at least maybe I just listened to it. I didn't actually try and watch it, but that's all I have on that one.
Ouch.
or they rubbed like habanero all over it.
Oh.
Hey, you ready? Tourists are getting naked at Machu Picchu, and the Peruvian government wants them to stop. Foreigners are burying their naked bodies all over Peru's most iconic cultural heritage site, and the government is asking for them to stop. A video of 2 tourists streaking across the Incan ruins popped up online last month. Let's see.
That's awesome.
People are weird.
2 people were Australian. Blah, blah. But they weren't the only ones who felt the urge to strip during their archaeological excursion. Sorry. A Facebook user posted a photo bounding down a hill in the nude at Machu Picchu and sent it to a group called Naked at Monuments in 2012. A group dedicated to people posing naked at monuments from around the world. In another photo circulating online, a bearded and dreadlocked Israeli man poses naked before the postcard image of the Incan ruins. While many in Peru have accused streakers of lacking respect for the country's cultural patrimony, Israeli guy Amache says he didn't mean to offend. Peruvian authorities say they will crack down on stripping at the cultural site in light of the incidents.
They must not have a lot to do.
Maybe I just have too many kids, but whenever I hear Machu Picchu, I always hear Machu Pikachu. That's like always how I read that.
It's just a giant Pikachu-shaped mountain.
Yes. They were foretold by the ancients.
Porn star Kayla Jane Danger built a life-size Darth Vader using sex toys.
Oh.
What?
You should see the picture. Like,
That is
it actually looks good.
Yeah.
A porn star,
Most impressive.
a porn star has just paid tribute to Star Wars in a way that's sure to get a buzz.
Eh.
Because vibrators vibrate.
Yes. Actress Kayla Jane Danger, 29, recently built a 7-foot-tall Darth Vader statue made entirely out of sex toys. It's easily the most unique thing I've done in porn, Danger told the Huffington Post.
Now that's saying something.
The statue, dubbed Darth Vibrator, used more than $3,000 worth of sex toys, including 200 vibrators, 10 paddles, a whip, 2 rows of anal beads, a rubber fist, and a pair of what Danger called hooker boots.
Oh, man.
It took Danger and her co-creators more than 8 hours to consummate the sex toy statue. We had to do 2 additional sex toy runs because we didn't have enough.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
They were dedicated.
Let's see.
Dildoicated.
The finished statue will be displayed at the headquarters of woodrocket.com, a Los Angeles-based porn company.
We know what it is.
I didn't.
I'm sure
Just
you
kidding,
do.
I don't.
Jason.
She says, but Danger can think of plenty of ways to put it to work. You could rub yourself on the lightsaber or use the big strap-on in front.
Oh my gosh.
She said there are 5 bullet vibrators in his hands, and those have more power than a Hitachi wand.
How much power does a Hitachi wand have, Jason?
I don't have these things memorized.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I think we're being a little generous when we call her an actress. Did I just slut shame a porn star?
I don't know. I
still-
don't know how that works.
I still have it.
Jason, Christmas is coming up.
Why? No, my birthday's Friday.
Another porn star, Tasha Rain, has something for the My Little Pony loving man in your life.
Aw. You're our little brony.
It says, these days, even the most wholesome products seem to get ridiculously sexualized. Exhibit A, the new line of sex toys for bronies. Rising porn star Tasha Rain teamed up with sex toy manufacturer Crystal Delights to help bronies take their cosplay to the next level. Just put one on, and you don't need adhesive if you know what we mean, and you'll have your own little neon-colored ponytail. Tasha's rainbow pony butt plugs come in pink, blue, yellow, and purple and retail for $125.
It's exactly what you've been looking
I know.
for.
Megan was asking me what I wanted for my birthday.
It says, at places like Etsy.com, there are pony ears and noses and the whole to-do. I wanted to find my own way to tap into the brony market, and I think tails are it. Kinky is more normal now, and this is what people like.
Well,
And if you thought Rain was stopping at just plugs, don't get a long face. Versus,
boy.
what weird brony product would be complete without a live-action porno to go with it?
Oh, well, thanks.
Yes, Tasha's Ponytails, a full-length porn film, has already been released.
What's a full-length porn film? 2 to 5 minutes?
I don't know. So you don't have to fetishize your childhood memories alone.
Oh.
Yeah. She says, I've always been a big fan of horses, and what a cool fantasy. I think cosplay and the adult industry are really coming together. It says, calls to Hasbro Incorporated, who owns the rights to My Little Pony, weren't immediately returned.
Oh.
You think?
Weird.
Oh my gosh. We deserve to be wiped off this planet.
Drive-through coffee stand accused of being a brothel. This is like a toll booth sized one. Like,
Yeah.
you seen those little like Java Joe's type places?
Uh-huh.
The owner of Java Jugs, a drive-through coffee stand, is facing prostitution charges after investigators found bikini-clad employees selling more than just caffeinated drinks.
Imagine my surprise.
But it says it took longer than usual to make the bust because they kept being tipped off whenever there was an investigation by a sergeant of the police force who was giving them a heads up in exchange for coffee and other free
In
services.
exchange for heads up.
Yeah.
It did not say where this was, and I was very disappointed. You know, for
It's Oregon.
completion of the article's sake,
Seattle.
Right.
you want to be thorough.
Yeah.
It's nothing to
Seattle.
do with the sudden craving for coffee
That's
I
just
have.
bad
It's
writing.
Seattle. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. I've never heard of this place.
Have you really?
Yeah.
What's it called again?
Java Jugs.
Java Jugs.
It may not be that exact one, but I've seen those coffee shops where they have lingerie girls.
Oh.
And I know they're like in Oregon and Seattle.
Oh, I can
I have
see that.
never been. I don't drink coffee.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, you don't have to when you go there.
Okay. Woman's phallic Christmas light display gets limp reception from neighbors.
Wow.
Some people in Lenexa, Kansas found Shelby Gash's giant glowing dick a major turnoff. Just talk about big dick energy. Shelby Gash, a 24-year-old who lives in Lenexa, Kansas, tried to bestow a naughty gift on her neighborhood last week by creating a huge penis out of 60 feet of white Christmas lights and displaying it on her home's roof. Sorry, neighbors, Gash wrote on Facebook. I felt the need to make a giant dick on the roof. 'Tis the season.
What?
Yeah, Gash said she decided to make the giant glowing dick, as she put it, because she felt her neighborhood needed a little perking up.
Oh. I just wish she wouldn't have been racist and used white lights and used black lights instead. Of course, that would have been a much bigger display.
I saw that coming.
It says it was up for a total of 4 days before she was basically told
If it lasts
to
longer
take it
than
down.
4 days.
Okay, if you have you got a party coming up, you need some party entertainment, why not contact Picasso? The United Kingdom, that's the professional name of UK artist Tim Patch, who paints masterpieces with his penis.
Oh.
Also his testicles and buttocks, if you want to get technical.
Teabagging a canvas, is he?
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly how he says he does it. He basically just dips his business in paint and goes to town. It says he does have to constantly prime his brush to keep it in peak working condition. But it showed pictures of his paintings, and they are very good.
This is my mom. I painted my mom.
Anyway, he was an art school reject in London who had to move to Australia to discover his special talent.
Oh, no.
Hey, how did he discover this talent?
Hey, the things that go on in Australia.
It says
Bottle of whiskey and a lonely night.
Yeah.
It says, it took me a couple of years to get good enough to perform in public. His prodigious talent caught the attention of his eventual benefactor, Sexpo, in Australia, where he featured his work and the process of making it.
Oh my gosh.
He does use a real brush to sign his work, but he inserts it in his urethra to do so.
Oh.
Oh.
And he is happy he's able to finally perform in his hometown of the UK again, because they had decency standards for all these years that he was in violation of. It says he will not be appearing in the US anytime soon without a bit of help, because nudity laws are strict.
Huh. We're more strict than the straight-laced Brits. Interesting.
I just can't get over the fact that he puts it in his urethra.
Where else are you going to put it?
Not there.
You should try it. Just once.
No. That's John's initial thought when he started burning when he was peeing. He's like, what did I leave in there?
That AA battery I shoved down there might be leaking.
Okay, this one says, this dude takes naked Instagram pics with burritos, and it's kind of everything. There are two things that are staple of Instagram. People posting pics of themselves wearing nothing, and foodies taking pictures of their lunch. This guy, Brooklyn-based artist Charlie Queiroz, decided to make them synonymous at his website, Burrito Fever, where he combines his two loves, burritos and exhibitionism. I really do love burritos, Queiroz said. Well, we scrolled through his pictures, or as he called them, sexualized funny food photography. Basically, he says, I'm just having fun making fun of selfie culture and foodie culture. Basically, he takes pictures, naked pictures of himself in all kinds of positions and in different places, holding a burrito over his dong.
Oh, okay. So it's classy, is what you're saying.
And
Has he done Chernobyl yet?
I don't know. As he describes the evolution from basic burrito obsession to full-on nudie burrito model / artist, I can't tell you if I'm hungry or horny.
That sounds like he's married two appetites together.
Exactly. This is like my calling. Queiroz says, a burrito is inherently a phallic object to begin with, and there's only so much you can do with a burrito, so naturally it went in a sexual direction.
Naturally.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Duh.
I mean, it's got to. Because I definitely have an exhibitionist streak, and that has inserted itself into my love of burritos, and the two have bred this weird baby.
And he has inserted himself into burritos.
I'm sure that's true. Okay, last one.
Like a burrito fever, you said?
Yeah, you're looking it up.
I have to.
Look up the Naked at Monuments one, too.
Oh, yeah.
This is me naked in front of the pyramids.
That's so
This
weird.
is me humping Stonehenge.
I don't think I want to go to that side. I just want to see the burrito.
Last one. This goes back to what Zach was saying earlier. A 28-year-old South African man endured a rare case of penile strangulation after squeezing his wedding ring around his sex organ for erotic reasons.
Oh, no.
The ring caused the man's penis to swell up so much that he was unable to remove it. When the patient's mother brought him into a hospital 4 hours after,
What?
his penis was erect and blue, according to doctors. His mom he's 28 years old. Is there no one else he could have got to take him to the doctor?
Wait, he's married. Where's his wife?
I doubt he's married anymore.
Or husband, whoever.
Oh, well.
Of all the people you could have told, though, it's like, hey, Mom, It happened again. Can you take me to the doctor?
Quick, get a quick measurement.
Yeah. Look at. Oh.
It says, at first, doctors tried to cut the ring off with a tiny surgical saw, but that failed because the swelling made it difficult to get close to the ring without causing further injury.
Holy crap.
Doctors eventually made multiple puncture aspirations with a syringe and a pink needle to reduce the swelling.
Ooh.
The patient was given antibiotics, painkillers, and a strong suggestion not to do it again. They're like, you can't tell me what to do.
I have freedoms.
You dumbass.
I will totally end up in the ER just to prove a point.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't even know what that point is, but whatever it is, I proved the hell out of it.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I just do like go back with like a little technicality, like put like your high school class ring on it or something. It's like, no, you said don't put my wedding ring on it again. This is completely different.
Oh my god.
This one has jewels in it.
Oh, I don't know what that guy was thinking. I've had a penis
Ask his
long enough to
mom.
know better than to do that. Yeah. Ask his mom. Oh, yes?
So yeah, those are the HuffPost not safe for work, mostly public nudity related stories of the day.
Oh my gosh.
Admit it, you want one of those brony tails.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
I do look at
You
this
just sent me a text saying, I want one of those brony tails.
Don't share our private messages.
It's on your Christmas list.
So I'm looking at this burrito guy's website, and not the naked pictures, but there's one where he's dressed in clown makeup. He's got the clown frill around his neck, suspenders, and striped pants, and he's holding a burrito.
And you're turned on.
I gotta say, it's not doing anything for me.
Oh.
I'm kind of hungry.
Well, so
I
it
could
is
go
doing
for a
something
burrito.
for you.
Well, I mean, I want a burrito.
If you want a burrito, then it is kind of serving its purpose. Yeah.
You want a dong. If you want a burrito, you want a dong.
Well, I'm never eating a burrito again.
Guess what website I'm using today?
Cracked.
Nuh-uh. So anyway, I'm on Cracked. All right. Here's some more animal stuff for you lovers of animal stuff. The van sheep. In 2005, a sheep in the Turkish province of Van jumped off a cliff for unknown reasons. The other 1,500 sheep in the herd saw this and decided to follow suit. Luckily, though, the first 400 died. Their corpses cushioned the others, saving them. So
soft.
German police found a woman dead in her home, and based on her ripped clothing and violent injuries around her groin, they assumed this was a sexual assault and a murder. Actually, she died of natural causes. Then her pet hamster had torn her open and used her skin and fat to make a nest. So, those of you getting your children hamsters, like bad parents.
During our Father's Day episode, I mentioned that we had hamsters as a kid, and they would eat their babies when they decided they didn't want to care for them. So I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that they would eat a dead person.
Right.
That's horrific.
All right.
gonna have nightmares tonight.
Let's see
I'm
here.
gonna go over and kill my kids' hamsters. One hamster.
Just real quick, I'm
These
looking
aren't
up
good.
that Naked at Monuments
Mm-hmm.
website I mentioned, and yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Here's
Naked people at monuments.
Naked at Machu Picchu, and it's talking about there were at least 2 porn videos shot at the pyramids at Giza in Egypt last year.
Machu Pikachu.
Does one show the Russian couple doing the nasty on and around the Giza Necropolis grounds?
Wow.
Alrighty.
Taking it a little far, aren't
Well,
they?
no respect for the dead pharaohs.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
So,
I just really wanted to
they
bleep
are.
something.
That's probably they probably are.
Oh.
They're like, hey, get in the sarcophagus.
Yeah.
I mean, how
Get
often
that
do
skull.
This is so hot.
how often do you get a chance to bone a mummy?
Right, that's true. One that won't kill you. at
Boning
least.
has a whole nother meaning.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead. I don't
we've
want to
peaked.
interrupt you.
Obligatory
Oh, you're fine,
necrophilia
dude.
joke.
Yeah, exactly. It has to be put in here. Austin Pear donated a sofa to Goodwill in 2018. He had also lost his pet snake Toki, but that had been 6 months before, so we almost can't blame him for not checking to see if the 3-foot boa was in the sofa ready to surprise unprepared buyers. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
You know, I work at a furniture store. We found a dead rabbit inside a sofa that we brought back from a customer once.
Oh, sad.
It was like mostly skeletal.
Poor bugs.
Underneath, like inside the workings of the sofa.
Yeah. Oh, gross.
You're probably wondering where that went. But
You should have taken it back to them
Hey, we found your rabbit.
in pieces.
we found Thumper here. You want a proper burial for him? Anyway,
No, you're fine.
sorry, I keep interrupting.
No, not at all. That's what we do here. The Malawi. Yeah, see? I was waiting for that. Fucking cow. I hate him. The Malawi terror beast. We aren't entirely sure what sort of animal this was. Some said a hyena, while others said it was too tall for one. Either way, it killed 5 people in 2002, feeding particularly on victims' faces and genitals. Hunters thought they killed it, but then it appeared to kill 3 more. Let's see. Some of these are sad because they're animals doing sad things. This one's awesome. Aba the tortoise went missing from a Japanese zoo in 2017. It should have been easy to find considering it weighed 120 pounds. They took 2 weeks to find it. Aba was found just 450 feet from where he'd gone missing. 2 weeks to find him. That's awesome.
Did it say where he was?
No.
She?
Marco.
I don't know what sound tortoises make.
I probably just thought it was like a rock or something.
Yeah.
They're just like sitting on the tortoise. I'm like, I don't know where he is.
Check behind that tortoise-shaped rock.
Yeah. Ooh, I almost thought that was the tortoise, but it's definitely a rock. Scientists at the Texas Biomedical Research Facility gave their baboons a 55-gallon barrel for unclear reasons, probably something to do with the expression, a barrel full of monkeys. The animals used the barrel to escape their enclosure and immediately began terrorizing nearby computers.
Nice.
Let's see here. Chris lived on the streets of Sydney with his pet rat Lucy. In 2019, Lucy went missing. Somehow the police got involved, not to randomly beat the homeless man, but to search the entire city for the missing rat, and they succeeded. I don't know, boring.
What?
Yeah, they went
they
searching
have, like,
for a rat.
They have no other crimes.
Right? That's Australia for you.
This one's easy.
Yeah.
The murder one's hard.
Benjamin and Hope Jordan trusted their babysitter, but their dog Killian kept growling at her. This convinced the couple to secretly record what was going on while they were out. They thought maybe she was kicking the dog, but she was actually slapping the baby.
Oh.
Which, that's awful, but good for that dog.
Did the dog attack her and tear her throat out?
Hopefully.
Remember that Stephen King show, Cat's Eye?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you remember the cat who was trying to save the kid from the little gremlin? And the
Yes.
kid, like, getting after the cat?
Yeah.
That just reminded me of that.
Yeah, I like that one.
That was a good one. That was a Stephen
It
King.
was Stephen King. Yeah, it was Cat's Eye was the name of it.
A guide dog named Figo saw a school bus headed towards his blind owner, so he launched himself at it. This didn't actually stop the bus, but it did shield his owner, and Figo survived the encounter, suffering just a broken leg, which is adorable. Oh, as soon as I read this, I was like, oh, these guys will like this one. An amusement park owner in Florida in the 1930s ordered monkeys for his Jungle Cruise attraction. This wasn't Walt Disney, it was an unrelated amusement park. The monkeys escaped, and their descendants still roam Florida today, carrying herpes.
Nice.
Catfish don't generally eat people, but an Indian tribe dropped so many corpses in the Kali River that a giant fish there developed a taste for human flesh. After various deadly attacks, they lured it to the shore with a funeral pyre and managed to slaughter it. It was 6 feet and 161 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
It's like General Sherman from The Simpsons with a taste for human flesh.
Yeah.
Actually, some fish can live like forever. Like
Yeah.
400, 500
Yeah,
years.
I've read that. Some kinds of
crazy.
sharks and stuff.
In 2017, a raccoon slipped through a Chicago sewer grate and feasted on the goodies it found. It became so fat it couldn't get back out. The Public Works Department had to remove the grate to free it. That is relatable. See, Australia is not the only funny place. New Zealand is great, too. A New Zealand woman in 2011 discovered a baby seal inexplicably on her couch. She called the authorities, who revealed hers was not the first home the seal had broken into that day.
A shrug. It's like, was that there before? I don't know.
Let's see. The greatest end any frog experienced had to have been what happened in 2013. NASA launched its Minotaur 5 rocket, and a pool of water, and a pool sat nearby in case a fire broke out. The rocket launched a frog from the pool into the air. So it probably died.
Can't munch on its legs, though, remember?
Only in California. And it wasn't a frog jumping contest.
Australian Pam Weaver received a camel as a present on her 60th birthday. And I ask you,
Happy
when
birthday.
I turn 60, am I getting a camel?
You got it.
Okay, good, because then the camel sat on her, killing her, leading news sources to declare she had been humped to death by a camel. So that's how I want to go out.
Nice.
You guys have to write my obituary.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
expect it to be delicious.
You'll never know.
No? From hell?
Yeah, okay, being dads, like we can identify with this. A 4-year-old saw his puppy Dino was dirty, so he dropped it in the toilet to give it a bath. Then he flushed. The puppy survived, though. It took multiple teams of experts to guide it to a manhole for extraction.
Oh, it went down?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Andrea, an animal shelter in West Valley City, Utah, put a cat in their gas chamber. It survived. They tried again. It survived again. They put her in a plastic bag and in the freezer. It survived that too.
Aww.
They gave up and let someone adopt her.
They had a gas chamber?
Oh yeah, they
When they put them to sleep, right?
Yep, when they don't get
Oh,
adopted, when
use?
they have too many
Okay.
animals. Yep.
I did catch the part that it was at a shelter. I thought it was...
Oh,
I'm like,
you thought it was prison?
I'm
Like,
like, this German family...
they put this cat in West Valley City. They put it in an electric chair. Yeah.
Well, it deserved to get adopted. I mean...
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
poor
at that
thing.
point.
In 2018, a cow in Poland was on its way to the slaughterhouse when it broke through a gate, jumped in a lake, and swam to an island. It lived the remainder of its days on the island in peace.
It deserved that.
Yep.
It just wanted it.
Let's see. Oh, here's the one I was telling you guys about last episode. Climbers ascending England's highest mountain in 2013 did not expect to find an octopus at the summit. The most reasonable explanation is that it fell from the sky. Well, yeah. It didn't climb the mountain, folks.
Like it's in a plane or something and just
Who knows?
jumps out or...
Let's see.
They found a tiny parachute.
Yeah. Aw. Travis the chimp lived with Sandra Harold, even eating at her dining room table.
I know this story.
Then one day, he went apeshit, ate someone's hands, and then ripped her face off with his teeth.
Yep.
Wow.
She tried to give him Xanax to calm him down. It had like the opposite effect.
Oh.
Just made
Wow.
him batshit crazy.
Yeah, chimpanzees are...
They're not good pets.
Once they reach sexual maturity, they're very, very dangerous.
Yeah, aggressive.
So they're not meant to be pets.
Yeah.
They need to fly planes in nuclear holocausts.
I like this idea.
Well, they're small, so people think they look cute, but they're stronger than we are, even being that small.
Oh, absolutely.
Nobody caught the reference to Project X with
I didn't.
Matthew Broderick, the monkey movie. Oh my gosh!
That's a really old movie.
Yes, it is. I'm gonna die now.
Who's Matthew Broderick? I'm too young to know who that is.
Ferris Bueller?
Don't know what you're talking about. In 1982, the Almeida family lost their pet tortoise. 30 years later, they found the tortoise in a locked room of the house still alive. Presumably, it had survived by eating bugs.
Wow. Tortoise is a trooper.
Yeah, no kidding.
None of my siblings survived when my parents had locked them away.
For
Oh my
30
goodness.
years.
Yeah. No food. In 2018, a 23-foot python swallowed a woman whole. Villagers killed the snake, cut it open, and found her fully intact, clothes and all. They didn't say whether or not she was still alive, which I doubt she was, but also it says there are pictures and they wouldn't pull up.
It's for the best.
I think so.
Google, well, I'm kind of morbid, so I would have seen them. Google wants to map the world, even parts without roads. To get street views of the remote Faroe Islands, they strapped cameras to sheep and let them loose.
How much like humping do you think they got from those cameras? They're just
Hopefully
humping
enough,
again.
Yeah. A naked Florida man
Yes!
Yes.
was found dead in the tank of SeaWorld's killer whale, Tilikum. By the time they found him, rigor mortis had set in, and someone had bitten off his genitals.
The whale's like, he was like that when I found him.
That shit's always funny.
All our best to his family.
To the killer whales
No, the
family?
dude's family.
Okay, I'll read this one just because I like dolphins. A 10-foot great white shark approached 4 divers off the coast of New Zealand in 2004. They thought it was going to attack, but a pod of dolphins got in front of them and protected them for 40 minutes.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Did any of them, like, seduce any of the sailors?
I sure hope so.
It's like, we did something for you. You
love
gotta
that.
pay it forward.
Yeah. Ultimatum, they're like, we'll just let the sharks in unless you...
It's your choice. All right, we're leaving.
In 2019, a 200-pound Australian marlin leapt out of the water and into a fishing boat. It speared one fisherman through the bicep and shattered the other's bones simply by smashing into
Oh,
it.
my gosh.
When Washington goats turned dangerous, damaging plants and even killing someone, authorities decided to relocate them via helicopter. I'd love to know the story on them like murdering
I
somebody.
think the death penalty should apply to rabid goats.
Animals.
Yeah, but only ones of age.
Right, right. The baby goats are cute.
Yeah,
Especially when they put pajamas on them.
and they jump.
Yes.
It's so adorable.
Half of my TikToks are baby. No, I'm just kidding. They're not.
Baby goat
goats with
related.
cleavage.
Well, look up fainting goats and screaming
Oh,
goats.
those
are
Those
the
are both
best.
amusing.
Yeah.
I can just watch the internet for hours with worthless crap.
Yeah.
So. Well, those are some really funny stories, and I'm glad that they're true. So,
How did we hit almost an hour and a half?
lots of good stories.
All right. Well, I'll edit it.
And like the 15 minutes of dead time between each of your stories.
Yeah, that's true too.
I did that too with mine.
No, I'm just joking.
Zach, when are you performing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Guitar.
I don't know what you're
singing.
talking about. Never heard of such a thing. September 25th.
Where?
Kamikazes in Ogden. That's all I know.
Okay.
I literally know nothing else.
Well, we'll keep you updated because Zach is a very talented singer.
Now, see, the thing is I'm saying this, but what if I cancel?
Then we will blame it on the people who showed up.
I didn't want to see them.
All right, guys, thanks for listening this week, and we hope you have a good week. As always, thank you, Zach, for producing this podcast and
Miss.
editing it.
Yeah.
And
Thanks for having funny stuff to say, guys.
thanks for showing up, John, and thank you to me.
And thank you guys for going Commando today. That was fun.
Well,
Yeah.
we had to be in line with the theme. So
Yeah.
All right, have fun. We'll talk to you next time.
All right, see ya.